Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on one thing, single barrels. Best of all, you can try before you buy. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to sign up for their email and text distribution so you know what they have in stock, what classes are coming up, and who from the industry may be coming in to visit. The ABV Barrel Shop. It's where single barrels live. We're also sponsored by the Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers traveling minibars that are no bigger than a small purse or toiletry bag. Best of all, they are fully customizable so you can create the perfect piece that is unique for you. If you own your own business, what a fun and unique way to promote what you do. Check them out online at thebartogo.com. That is the number 2 in the Bar to Go. If you have wholesale questions, call my friend Isabel Clark at 504-481-1297. Finally, we are sponsored by the Neely Family Distillery. NFD is a family-owned business that keeps ringing up awards in the spirits world. Head to Sparta, Kentucky to experience the family history, award-winning spirits, and meet the Neely family. Check them out online at neelyfamilydistillery.com. Now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today on the show, we discuss if enough research has been done into bourbon and chocolate pairings. My name is Justine Mays. Please join me in welcoming my co-host, Steve Akeley, along with our special guests, Jeff Andrezi, Tim Swyatt, and Kathy Cool.
Hey gang, what's up?
Hello.
Hey everyone.
Hey-oh, so yeah, we're going to be talking today about bourbon and chocolate pairings. Do we think that the industry has done enough? Is there more research that can be done? Does anybody want to participate in that? Oh, we'll talk about all that stuff. Bourbon and chocolate should be fun. We'll get to that after the break. I've got a question for you guys, and there are a little bit of rules here, so you got to follow. I'm looking to name, if you couldn't live in the state that you lived in, of the United States, not like the state, like I'm in a very frantic state or whatever, like the state that you live in, and you had to live in another one. So any of the 50 states plus a District of Columbia, we'll say, will allow that. Well, if the DC is one that you want. Name 3 that you would be willing to, and have them ranked for 1, 2, and 3, and then explain why those 3. And the only 2 rules are: number 1, you can't list where you live now, your home state. That cannot be, so it's got to be beyond that. And also the other one we're throwing out is Kentucky, figuring this is the Bourbon Daily. A lot of people have interest in bourbon. Not that any of us are planning on moving, but if we're forced to move, that'd probably not necessarily be the end-all be-all, but it might be in the mix just because we like bourbon stuff. So that one's out too. So those 2 are out, wherever you personally live, and Kentucky. So, but other than that, anything else is fair game. Anybody would like to go first? 3.
Well, I'll jump in, Steve, because my easy one is balmy South Dakota.
Oh yeah, I mean, of course, you enjoy the mild weather, of course.
There's so much about it, the hunting and the politics and the people and the scenery. So yes, I'd go back there. Probably Missouri, maybe on the western side, so I could get to Kansas City and eat a lot of barbecue. Okay. And then I'm gonna go way outside my norm, and I'd say I wouldn't mind being in Florida.
Okay.
I like the water, so that's a stretch for me to get that far south, but I'd do that.
Right. Yeah.
I would do that.
Okay.
You may have to shave your back then. I mean, you can't have all that to keep you warm.
Yeah, I think he might just freak out because if he thinks South Dakota's balmy, wait till he hits Florida in July. We'll see.
Yeah,
it'll be eye-opening for him.
Places. I'm going to have 2 places.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough, but well stated, and you follow the rules, so you're good. You're good.
I'll go.
Okay, Kathy's next. What do you got, KK?
First one is Hawaii.
Hawaii, yes. Okay.
Come on, why not Hawaii?
Why not? The only thing is, would be, do you get the island fever thing? Does that happen to you? And again, it's not going to definitely not happen the first year, but once life begins to set in, does it become a problem? I don't know. I can't answer that. You can't even answer that.
Right.
You wouldn't know till you got there, I guess. But yeah. Go ahead, though.
Second one, I'm going to say Colorado.
Okay.
And then the third one is Florida.
Florida. Okay. All right.
Since Kentucky was taken out of the
let's share a fence.
Kentucky has been taken away from you.
Yeah.
So, yes. All right. Justine, what do you got?
So my first choice is Tennessee.
Okay. You like the no taxes? No state tax?
Well, I have family that lives there.
Okay.
So I don't know. I like visiting there.
Sure.
I think I could live there.
Smoky Mountains are really nice there.
My second choice would probably be Colorado.
Okay.
Because I like the mountains.
Okay.
And I don't know. It just seems
Cold.
like really chill out there.
It is very chilly.
That's not what she said.
That's not what I said. I said chilly. Although it does get pretty chilly during the winter, but not as bad as here, probably.
Okay.
And my third would be California.
California. Ooh. Yeah. Wow. California was. I like California's the tops on visiting, but living, not a chance. I'd live there. No way. But it's a whole thing. Yeah, that's hers though. It's not my list. That's Justine's list. So fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
Tim, she's not wrong because she's saying where she would live. So she's not wrong.
And she followed the rules.
Be very clear. She
followed the rules.
She followed the rules. Fair enough. Tim, you're next.
First, I would say Tennessee.
Okay.
State taxes and a lot of fresh water.
Okay.
Second one, I would say Alaska. State taxes and a lot of fresh water.
Oh my God, dude! You'd be out of Alaska real quick. I'm telling you, man.
That's what I hear.
It's no picnic. It's no picnic, man. If you like minus 40, yeah. If you like that to plug in your car, if that's what your sort of thing you're looking for, then yes, it's beautiful. If you like mosquitoes the size that can carry a small child, then yeah, you're good.
Yeah, you also have that in Florida too.
I hate Alaska.
So the size of your hand on there too, and then I would say Montana would be the third.
Montana. Wow, likes the cold weather.
Northern climates for Tim.
My 4 seasons and the ability to escape when I need to.
4 seasons in Montana. It's winter, and then you got 2 weeks of spring, a week of summer, 2 weeks of fall, then back to winter. So yeah,
state taxes.
Okay. I'm going to start at the bottom and work my way up. Number 3 for me, Hawaii. I like Hawaai. I worry about the thing that I talked with Kathy about. Does it happen to you? I don't know. I would think. Does it bother 30-year-old Steve? Maybe. Does it bother a 57-year-old Steve? I don't think so. I think 57-year-old Steve's pretty chill and able to just relax and enjoy the place that he's in. So I would think it wouldn't be a problem. I like the culture. I like the food and the fruits. I like the fact that fruits taste real. And then I heard somebody talking about it. They're like, yeah, of course fruit tastes better in Hawaii because that's where they grow it. You know when they pick it? When it's ripe. You know when they pick the other stuff that you're getting at your grocery shelves? They pick it when it's not ripe because they gotta factor in transit to you and all that. And there's things that are happening inside that fruit while it's still on the vine that make it sweeter. And I'm like, oh, this makes sense. Yeah, damn it, I want to be in Hawaii. So yeah, I like Hawaii. Hawaii's number 3.
Typhoons, insurance costs, none of that stuff bothers you at all with that? Or are you throwing all that stuff out the window?
No, this is you can afford it. Wherever you want to be, you can afford it. So yeah.
Yeah, I don't blame you there.
Yeah, so Hawaii. Number 2 for me, I think is a surprise for most, probably everybody on here. Number 2 for me is because it's not what I typically like, which is warm weather. It's New Mexico. New Mexico. I love New Mexico, particularly Santa Fe. To me, Santa Fe is a gem. I don't know about the rest of the state, but Santa Fe is. I love the culture. Again, I love the food. I love just the architecture.
You love it so much you based your entire bathroom around it.
I have a Santa Fe bathroom at my house. So I'm in Santa Fe about on average about 2 hours a day. So so I'm thinking about transitioning to full time. And number 1, no brainer there. If you know me, Florida, love Florida. That would be where I want to go. If you threw out Missouri, which of course I love my home state, and I love Kentucky too. But according to the rules, I can't do that. So Florida is clearly where I like the weather, and I love the beaches. And there's a different zen quality of being at a beach in Florida than really anywhere else in my mind. So it's good. It's good. It helps get me right. gets my mind reset. So that's my 3. So there you go. What an excellent small talk, I'll tell you. It's award-winning. I'm going to submit this for a Webby. It's so good.
It wasn't bad.
So good. All right. On that note, guess what, gang? It's time to drink. What is everyone drinking? Let's start with KK. KK, what do you got?
I am going to open up my Buzzard's Roost Char 1 Rye. Very low. I don't expect very much.
Okay. All base.
Go, KK?
Hmm?
You sure you went?
We'll let Tim go next since he's talking trash and usually doesn't even beat that. So we'll see how it goes.
It doesn't matter.
We'll see how it goes.
Listen, we're going to go to a not necessarily well-loved yet. Heaven Hill, G to G, as the kids like to say. This is the rye whiskey.
Okay.
Slide on a set.
It was somewhat audible, but not even as good as Kathy's. Kathy has the lead.
Kathy has the lead.
Yeah, Jeff is next. Jeff, what do you got there, buddy?
I don't know how to pronounce it. Lincoln Pinch.
Yeah.
Lincoln Pinch. That's good stuff.
Yeah.
That is, what do they call it here? I don't know. Special Reserve from the ABV Barrel Shop.
Okay. Oh! Wow. Stellar.
Clean.
Stellar.
And stuck the landing this time.
It's going to be
zero slot.
Yep. I've got old Jet Brothers, and this is the double-barreled and new French oak. So let's see what we got here. You couldn't even hear the pop there. All you heard was squeak. So nothing there. Jeff,
like a screw top.
It did sound like a screw top, but it was not. It's a that's a hybrid cork. It's not, I was going to say it's a natural cork, but it's not. So. Justine, you're last but not least. What do you got there?
I have some Planters whiskey. This is a good pour. It's brand new.
Okay.
I haven't opened it since I came home.
Yeah, that's the Planters one from the Demetrius Cain Festival. That's
a good pour.
It's called a good pour. Pour.
Okay, I was hearing whore.
Oh, yes. Jesus Christ. Where do you think we are at the barrel shop? It's a good pour.
The show just went X-rated.
Not a good whore.
Where's Modica? He'd kill that idea too.
he'll be firing off a tersely written email this morning. I'm sure. Let's watch it with the whore talk on the Bourbon Daily. All right, go ahead, Justin. Oh! She snuck the win in. She snuck the win in.
Wow. Good one.
The last second. I almost had to call her for time there because time was counting down. But
it took a minute, but I got there.
That's a good one.
That's what she said. So cheers.
Cheers, gang.
Cheers.
All right. We're going to take a quick break. And then when we come back, we're going to be talking about bourbon and chocolate pairings. Is this something we like? I don't know. We'll talk about it. We'll do that in just a few. Okay, let's talk about the people that make these shows happen. First up is the Stave and Thief Society. Via their in-person class at Moonshine University in Louisville, Kentucky, the Stave and Thief Society is the place where you, a bourbon enthusiast, can expand your knowledge and emerge an executive bourbon steward. In 2017, I completed my executive bourbon steward certification. It's the most comprehensive bourbon certification available and connects you with an expansive network of bourbon enthusiasts and professionals. Check out the full listing of in-person and online certifications and join the society today by enrolling at staveandthief.com. Speaking of executive bourbon steward certification, the ABV Barrel Shop in St. Louis, Missouri has developed a unique partnership with the Stave and Thief Society to offer a preparatory class to assist you in getting your executive bourbon steward certification. This prep class costs only $25 and is available to take live or online via Zoom. Graduates of our class receive a coupon code good for 15% off your executive bourbon steward certification held in Louisville, Kentucky. This saves you almost $90. Additionally, you can collaborate with fellow attendees to split travel costs when you go to Louisville. If you're interested in signing up for the class, simply head over to abvbarrelshop.com and check out the classes and events page. Last but not least, we are sponsored by Neely Family Distillery. Royce Neely is the 11th generation distiller in one of America's oldest distilling families. A visit to Neely Family Distillery takes you through family history, where you can see all the artifacts and newspaper clippings through the years from this family that started distilling in America after James Neely arrived from Northern Ireland in 1740. Today, Royce Neely and his team are crafting some of the best spirits in America. Their bourbon and absinthe offerings keep winning top honors in the spirits competitions. Recently, their absinthe made history as the first platinum winner in the absinthe category at the San Francisco Spirits Competition. Neely Family Distillery is definitely a bucket list destination if you are a bourbon fan. Learn more about their spirit offerings, visiting their facility, and the awards they have collected over at NeelyFamilyDistillery.com. And now, back to the show.
This is New Guy. To set the record straight, all my cookies are made from scratch, not slice and bake. And you're listening to the Bourbon Daily.
Welcome back. Today on the show, we are talking about if we need to do further research into bourbon and chocolate pairings.
Yes, we are. There's a lot there. Bourbon and chocolate do go together well.
Emphatically, yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Don't they? I mean,
If you took the chocolate and Buzzard's Roost pairing class at the Buzzard's Roost experience,
everyone should.
Everyone
should. That's a great class.
You will learn. I want to say there's like 300 to 500 somewhere. It's ridiculous. It's over 300 for sure. I don't remember the exact number, but there's a number of chemical compounds that are in chocolate that also correspond into whiskey. So as you're pairing stuff, once you pair that chocolate with the right whiskey and you have that amplification, that flavor, you got a compound that's in both. That's what works. It's quite a class. If you have not taken that, that is a must do for specifically on this topic. But it's emphatically yes, because my eyes were opened up big time. I'm not necessarily a chocolate fan, but I am definitely in search for the right pairings for the right stuff and having some good time with that.
Yeah. And yes, in all seriousness, the Buzzard's Roost chocolate tour, well worth it. Yeah.
Yep.
So I think, is it Lux Row when you do a tour and they do the tasting at the end? Do they have several different chocolates that you go with it? I think that's what we did there last year.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
And certainly now they didn't go into too much chemistry. It was more about the whiskeys, but certainly they pair well. And I have to break Matt Modica's law here, because one of the things I learned about the artist is she loves chocolate.
Okay.
And she admits it. And she said, you can't even hide it, because, and her exact words are, I'm like a crack whore and I'm going to find your fucking chocolates.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, I'll be getting a second email from Matt this morning asking for your email address. So yeah.
We'll keep it in the same. We'll keep it in the same show. We'll keep it in the same show. That's not a word I throw around, and I caution her not to use that language around some of my friends. But it's a term that, and I've seen her do it. She'll find it.
She can find the chocolate, huh?
Yep.
She's can just hunt that.
So, Jeff, you're blushing right now. We can see how hard that was for you to state.
Yeah. He was crushed by having to do that. I'll tell you what.
Yeah. It's another confession.
Okay. Yeah. All right. KK, what do you think?
Well, when you go to distilleries, they always have the bourbon ball.
The bourbon ball would be typically what most of them will hit on.
That's fine. Let's like branch out. Mm-hmm. Branch out distilleries. Now, Art Eatables, come on, you can't walk in that place without having a tasty chocolate that's
right.
You know, with bourbon or without bourbon or whatever it is. It's all good, but wouldn't it be fun to run that?
Yeah.
Like, what are you thinking? Are you thinking like distillery level? Are you thinking like Hershey level? Like when you say we need more R&D.
I think who can connect the two. Hershey can't connect the two. I think it has to be done for the distilleries, because they're the ones that are going to have, put the two together. Now Hershey's could or any chocolatier could approach the distilleries and say, let's get into this. Let's explore what else we can do here. But again, the delivery has to happen through the distilleries, because it's not going to be like you're going to go to Hershey's, which is a lot of kids running around and be like, all right, now we come to the bourbon part of this tour.
That's what a Hershey Park.
I was picturing more like the R&D lab.
Yeah.
Oh, Kathy, I think you get yourself a Costco membership and you go get yourself the Lindt chocolate sampler, and you sit there and have yourself an evening. Basically, there's 5 different Lindt chocolate options there, even a white chocolate option as well for your marzipan fans.
Oh, yeah. For those that like waxy chocolate. It's not even chocolate. Yes. I hate white chocolate.
I love white chocolate.
They need to discontinue it. I'm sorry. You better not. If I ever run for president, you should not vote for me, because that's going to be one of the things that I get banned with executive orders.
One of the first executive orders from President.
Yeah, it's coming. The white chocolate will be gone. So just know that, I'm not going to talk about it a lot on the campaign trail, because I feel it might be too divisive. But once I get in, then they got me for 4 years, and I just start pen to paper. Yeah.
I'll just move to Canada.
You're close enough anyway. They can just throw it over the fence.
Maybe you could start like the Underground Railroad for white chocolate.
For white chocolate?
There you go.
Yeah.
Like for paper towels and Clorox wipes.
Yeah.
I just started like a distributor of those fine.
Get it in the bunker.
You'd have a bunker of white chocolate.
White chocolate, yeah. You don't think it's too waxy, Justine? Yeah, I bet in that it's like, this is a lot of wax content here.
There are some that are not great, and then when people try to do it at home, when they try to make white chocolate candies at home, I feel like that's where it goes wrong.
That's where it goes wrong. I feel like you ever get, when you're a kid, those wax lips that had the little thing you bite to hold the lips in place.
Yep.
I feel like biting into that, the taste experience is very similar to the white chocolate for me. But I don't know. That's why I have to ban it.
How many wax lips were you chewing on?
You always chew on that, right? But you have to. It's in your teeth. The wax lips. Yeah, there's a little biting mechanism.
You did it again? Yeah, it's awful.
And then the little pop bottles that had
you bite the top off.
That had the like gel stuff inside. You had to bite that off.
Got to bite them. Yeah, Tim.
Nah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's terrible candy, and wax lips aren't candy, but.
I was too busy smoking my bubblegum cigarettes.
That's right.
Kids today can't have that.
No.
Too dangerous.
If there is a distillery out there thinking of doing this and you need someone, you can reach me on Instagram at KKCastro.
What's your Venmo again?
I will volunteer as tributes.
There you go.
Yes. We volunteers.
You'll vet some of these things out for them. Okay?
Yeah, sure.
That's nice of you to do that.
Especially if they do, if they kind of enhance the pairings, like chocolate and bacon and bourbon.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Those 3 things together.
Yeah. Because then you get the salty savoriness of the bacon with the chocolate. Excellent. Yes. I'll always put that together. And then the bourbon. But even then so that's like one. You got it like a flight. So in this flight, you got that salty sweet one, and then you do like a chocolate covered pretzel, even that's good too. I like the chocolate covered pretzel,
or like a chocolate walnut.
Walnut, if you can
any
eat
of
walnuts.
those are awesome.
Yeah.
You have to get nuts. You have to have a good chocolate, and there's a huge difference, obviously. So it's not the Hershey's for the masses. It's there are brands out there that really special. I'm not a big dark chocolate fan.
You're not?
To me, it's too bitter. I just in moderation, or if it's with something else, yes. But just a dark chocolate bar, it doesn't do it for me.
Thank you. I'm with you, Jeff.
Really, I like dark chocolate.
With the whiskey, it's orgasmic.
Okay.
How many pillows do you put under the chocolate bar before you eat it?
Well, the chocolate bar, we have to make sure we're real flexible, so we got to break it up enough so I can move it around and manipulate. So it's at least 3 pillows underneath.
Oh my God, the pillows!
What happened to this show?
I don't know.
Took the left turn.
Anyone?
The wheel.
Is it
hard in their pores?
Is there anyone in this
chocolate orgasms?
Chocolate orgasms. Is there anyone in this group? You're traveling to Chicagoland. Expensive hotels can be very expensive. Is there anybody here that would stay at Tim's house? I just feel like him and the general are going around room to room, stacking pillows on guest bedrooms, their bedroom, you name it. I couldn't stay there. I'd have to buck up and just get the hotel. I think. Yeah. I walk in the room. I decide to do it. I go in there and then I click the light on to see what's going. And then I see a bunch. I see 12 pillows on the bed. I'm like,
I know what this is.
Take a black light.
Yeah.
Take a black light.
Tim comes up in the morning to wake me up for breakfast. I'm sleeping on the floor.
In a hazmat suit.
Yeah.
I think if I had the offer from Tim, I'm hoping that we're out at the bar, at his bar at the house.
Okay.
And by the time I'm ready to hit the bed, it isn't going to matter if there's a pillow there or not. So
that's right.
Yeah,
okay.
that's how I'd look at it.
It's what
Dreezy,
the pillows are for, Jeff. It's what the pillows are for.
Yeah, this is true.
Only in one of the rooms, not the others.
Really?
Yes.
I don't know about this.
Let's
it's because
take
you still have a kid at home.
You
still got a kid at home. Once the last one leaves the nest, you don't want to stay at Swide's house. No.
All the mattresses are being swapped. Yes.
Yeah. There you go.
Oh my God.
All right. Well, that'll wrap this one up. I think we went pretty deep into the world of chocolate and bourbon. Covered a lot. We covered a lot.
Other things.
We resolved a lot there, so it's good. So there you go.
Justine's blushing now. Gosh, look at that. Oh, good. It's a good mission.
Eyes are watering.
Can we all agree that KK started it?
Oh,
yes, she did.
Yeah, she took us down this path.
Yeah.
She did.
Gladly.
The horde talk. Yeah.
KK's fault.
Yeah. Well.
No, whose fault it was? It was Monica. It was Monica's fault.
Well, it's probably my fault because, as Steve likes to say, I talk like I'm a Canadian, so I probably pronounced the word whore and it sounded like whore.
Good start. Yes.
Well, those both sounded the same there. Yeah.
But KK called it out first. So it's
I guess it's my fault. It's my fault.
Well, there you go. All right, we'll wrap this one up by talking about where people can find us. Jeff, we'll start with you. Where can people find you?
I'm on Instagram, Facebook, and the Cigar Dojo. Jeff Andreezy, 2 I's and 2 Z's.
All right, KK.
I'm on Instagram looking for a job pairing chocolate and whiskey. KK Cast Strength.
All right, Tim.
You can find me on Instagram at SwyGuy2112, 2 1s, 2 2s, and on YouTube at our flagship whiskey.
All right. You're going to get in trouble for that, I feel.
Yeah.
I know. My Venmo is also at SwyGuy2112.
Was that inspired by Jeff? Is that why you did that? Or Gokin maybe?
Warming up.
Yeah.
Warming up for future shows. I'm warming up.
Oh, yeah. There you go. All right. Justine, how about you? Where can people find you?
You can find me on Instagram at JA_Maze.
Okay. For me, I'm an easy guy to find. At Steve Akeley, Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. I've got a website, steveakeley.com. Also got a company website, abvnetwork.com. Check that one out. Everything that we do is out there. Also, come by and see us, the ABV Barrel Shop, the place where you can try before you buy. We have Lincoln Pinch at the shop, right, Jeff? Yeah, he knows.
Well, you did.
We did.
I don't know if I bought the last one, but
you didn't buy the last one, so yes, yeah. So.
And it's good.
Yeah, and Blaine Patridge, if you're listening, we have a bottle for you that Justine signed the last time she was in the shop, awaiting you to call us and then purchase it, and you'll get that. Was there a heart on there, Justine, or not? I forget.
I don't remember.
Of the eye, there was.
Oh,
There's
now
always a heart.
Oh, a heart on the eye. Yeah, I don't think there's a heart on there. I think he would like that, but I don't think there is. So, yeah. So, but check us out. Follow what we're doing online, abvbarrelshop.com. Justine, anything else to say before we get out of here?
I would just like to remind the audience to please give us a 5-star review that includes comments. That helps new people find the show, which is very important to us. And if you like what we're doing, please visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/theABVNetwork.
Great job today, gang. Farnance will have a brand new show for you tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Until then, take care, everybody. See ya.
Bye.
Hey, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Peace. Before we let you go, let's talk about one last thing. The ABV Barrel Shop in the St. Louis community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on a couple of things. First of all, single barrels. We are the place where single barrels live. We go to distilleries, taste through the whiskey, select the best barrel, and have it shipped to our store where we present it to you, our customers, by allowing you to try before you buy. We're also known for the classes that we have in our education center in the store, as well as the events we have with industry professionals from the bourbon business. If you are in the St. Louis area, please come by and visit us at 6 Fox Valley Center in Arnold, Missouri. Or at a minimum, at least sign up for our email and text distribution so you know exactly what's going on in our shop over at abvbarrelshop.com. This is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network, signing off. We thank you for listening to our programming and truly appreciate your support.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.